y'all, it's Kristen.
And it's Paula, and welcome to day 2 of
Cheesemas
On Brood and Booze.
So day 1, we had a lot of fun. So you guys are joining us today for day 2. Day 2 is actually featuring a really yummy cheese. It is a triple cream cheese from Cowgirl Creamery called Mount Tam. They are from California. It is a cow's milk cheese. It has got a really nice bloomy rind. So the bloomy rind is going to be that white rind that you notice on like normal brie, like if you've gone to a restaurant and had brie cheese. It has a really nice, soft, kind of delicate flavor. You can eat the rind as well.
And we're pairing it today with the creme-style prosciutto. This is also placed on a rustic bakery celery cracker. These are yummy.
Those are delicious. Super crunchy, very long cracker style. You can, again, crack it up into a couple different pieces. They're a nice carrier. They're made with a sourdough bread, which is delicious.
They're also heavy enough that if you've made a charcuterie board with a dip, they're dippable.
Yeah.
And then the accoutrement for this, organic fig chili spread.
Yeah, this is our friends from Dalmatia. They make some of the most amazing fig spreads. This chili one is actually not super spicy. I would recommend this one especially to let it sit out for a little bit. If it's super cold, you won't get any of the kind of chili, warm chili spice from it.
But I don't like things spicy, and this is not spicy.
Yeah.
There's obviously a little warmth in there, but it's not overpowering.
Yeah, not overly spicy. So let's get into some beverages that are going to go along with this. We'll start making the cocktail. So the cocktail is a French 75 with Hendrick's gin. You can also make a French 75 with cognac. So we're going to make both today. So Hendrick's gin is actually a Scottish gin, and they have a really interesting way they make it. They actually distill it in 2 different stills, and then they blend it together. And they use the original Hendrick's, they use rose and cucumber as an infusion once they blended the 2 gins together. Kind of an interesting process. The copper pot still gives it a much like richer, deeper kind of flavor. And the other still they use gives it a more kind of light and bright. You can either build this cocktail in a shaker and then pour the bubbles over top, or you can build it just in the glass. I'm just gonna do it in the glass today. So it should be 2 parts your gin and then half part of lemon and half a simple syrup. Do that. Just pour a little bit, and then I'm just gonna probably like that.
I prefer the cognac.
I like the cognac more for like a winter time 75, just because I feel like it gives it kind of like a deeper, richer, where the gin is going to be a little more light and bright. And then we're going to add some simple syrup. So to top off the parts to our 75, we're going to add some champagne. This is actually, you will see in some later videos for 12 Days of Cheese. It is the Jaco Bartolo Champagne Brut. Nice, light bubbles. Again, it is a champagne, called champagne because it's from the Champagne region of France. So I'm going to show you guys how to open a bottle if you're not sure how to. Should be a little tab on most bottles, and you're going to just take it off. Then you see this little cage on here. There is I think they call it a key, but you're going to flip the key down and you're going to unwind it. Hold it with your thumb. Let's try to see if I can show you guys. So you're going to untwist it and you're going to leave the cage on. Then what you can do is take a napkin. This bottle is kind of small, so I'm not going to do it with my towel. But you're going to grab the cork and you're going to pull the bottle away from you. You're not going to fly it in the air. This way, at least you have control of the cork and the bottle all at the same time. So you're going to give it a twist, and you're just going to twist it off, and you get a nice little pop. There we go. Then we're going to top each one with some bubbles. And then our friend said you cannot have a French 75 without a Luxardo cherry. Whoop.
I don't think it's in a rule book anywhere, but
It's her rule, so
It's
we're
her
going
rule.
with it. And there is our French 75 2 wins. So then we are going to do the wine. So this is a newer company called Wander and Ivy. The woman who created this actually created it because she enjoys wine and her husband enjoys whiskey. And so she felt like she really couldn't open a bottle of wine during the week because it would go to waste. So she has created these kind of almost individual pours of wine. She curates them from all across the country and the world. This specific Chardonnay comes from California. It's 100% Chardonnay grapes. And she uses, they use stainless steel tanks for the fermentation process in this one. And it comes in these cute little bottles. It kind of reminds me of like a shampoo bottle back in the day. But they're twist off caps so you can recap it. I'll do a little bit of that. But it's a great way to keep, I guess, your wine more fresh. But she wanted a product that was also very good to drink.
So these come in a set for Cheesemas.
Yes, you're going to get, I believe it's the Chardonnay, a red blend, a rosé, and the Cabernet comes in the set at Whole Foods. And that is on sale right now as well. I think if you go online, if you just wanted, let's say, all Chardonnay, you could purchase them all that way. But
And this is the Wander and Ivy website.
Yes, Wander and Ivy website. Yeah. Cheers. Use organic grapes in this. It's a very clean product. It is the stainless steel makes it very more on that mineral taste instead of when you think of a Chardonnay, it's usually mostly like in an oak barrel, so you're going to have more of that. This is definitely more kind of more light and bright for a Chardonnay.
It does have sort of a quite, the nose is Chardonnay.
Yeah. The taste is very light. Very, very
But
light.
the finish has, sometimes Chardonnay doesn't seem to me to be very complex.
Yes.
And this seems to have a complexity at the end. I can't tell you what it is.
Yeah. You'll have to get a bottle and try it.
It's very good. And now the beer.
Beer is from New Belgium. They're out of Colorado. This is their Tripel Belgian style ale. This has been around for a long time. I'm sure you guys have all seen this in stores. They use 2 different types of malt in this. They use like 4 different types of hops. It's a very more malty German style beer. What's fun about these guys is actually these 2 friends went on a trip to Belgium and were driving bikes around the countryside and seeing all these amazing breweries. And they're like, well, why don't we have one of these back at home? So they came together, and that's why they have a little bike on their logo of their travels in Belgium. This. There we go.
Definitely very pilsy.
Yeah, very Pilsner. You can taste the hops, but they're not overpowering like an IPA, but they're definitely there. They're not, I feel like it's a very well-balanced German style beer.
Very nice. So let's build accoutrement here. So we're going to cut into this. The easiest way to do this.
Move this out the way for the moment.
Cut it in half.
Yeah.
This way you can see the inside.
Yeah, it's delicious. It's
Very
so
soft.
creamy. And this is another one that I would recommend. Pretty much any of your cheeses, I would definitely recommend sitting out for about 20 minutes before you serve it, just to give it so it's not so cold.
Right. All right, now I'm going to put the cheese on the bottom.
Or go ahead and build them all and have your friends just take them that way. That's usually what we do. Or again, you could set out the cheeses and set out the accoutrements, and they could build their own.
Or this is the first year that Whole Foods has paired cocktails, so I'm always curious now to see what the. No, that goes very nicely with the
Yeah,
cocktail.
this one does too.
That too, that brings out some of the earthiness of the cheese. I feel like.
Definitely does.
Whereas this highlighted the jam.
I'm really liking the cocktails this year with cheeses. It's different, and I think it's fun, and I really liked this pairing with the cheese.
It will be day 3 of Cheesemas, and we will see you then.
Yeah, have fun, y'all. Bye.
Bye.